Hey folks, so I'm going to show you how to catch catfish with this. And yes folks, this is a common paper clip. So the idea is this. We're going to rig up this rod right here with the santee rig, and we're going to use a paper clip to hold the weight. We're going to be using a 2-ounce sinker. We're going to be using a leader. It's got our circle hook, our float, and a barrel swivel. And our leader is probably about 2 foot long on this rig. So I've got the leader, it's 50 pound. I'm on the filament line. I think I've got 25 pound test on the rod and reel. So what we're going to do is tie our leader on with just a basic trilene knot. So we'll go through twice. Put it like that, and we'll hold our little loop. We'll go about 7 times around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go through our little loop, and then we'll go through our big loop. And like I said, we showed these knots on some videos a while back. Alright, then we pull it tight, and that's not going anywhere. So we've got our leader tied onto our line, and what we want to do now is we want to take the paper clip and put it through the top of our barrel swivel. Just fasten it on there just like so. So the paper clip is hanging on there just like that. So the next step, we're going to take our sinker, like I said, paper clips on, and then we're putting on our sinker. And it just sits on the paper clip. And then the little hook part, we go just bend like that so it holds it on there. Now, 2 things this is going to do. Number 1, you go out here to your local fishing store or whatever, and you can buy a little fancy doodad that goes on your line and slides up and down your line that you fasten your sinker on. You can buy these fancy dragon sinkers and stuff like that. I don't have that stuff. I had never bought it. I have tried this and it works. The first thing that it does is when your sinker sits on the bottom and it's fixed to this barrel swivel, your bait's floating up like this. If this sinker was just on the line above the swivel, so many times I've thrown it out there with a small piece of bait, and the line goes all the way up to the top of the water because your float pulls it up. So this does 2 things. The weight sets on the bottom, and your float brings the bait up. This keeps the float from going up any higher than your leader. The second thing it does using the paper clip is when you're trolling, so many times what gets snagged on the bottom is your weight because your hook is up off the bottom. So this paper clip, if this weight was to get hung or snagged on a log or some rock or something like that, and I put enough pressure on it, that paper clip is going to bend, and I'm going to lose my weight, but I'm not going to break my whole line getting it loose. So that's the idea behind the paper clip and the weight. Now you can use this with different kinds of weights. This is just the kind that I use when I drift fish. You can buy dragon weights. You can buy fancy floats with rattles on them and all this kind of stuff. But I've caught fish without all that. I've caught fish using this right here. I don't have to buy any fancy weights off of Amazon or whatever. I don't have to buy any fancy connectors that slide up and down my line. So it works for me, and I'm thinking if you give it a try, it'll work for you. We're going to be going out in a couple weeks and trying to do a little catfishing out on the lake, and I'll be using it then. I have used it in the past recently at 2 different places. Caught fish at both places with this rig right here, the Paperclip Santee rig. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Stay tuned for more fishing, and God bless you.